don't want you farting in front of my friends.
I would say I can't help when I fart. I got an active asshole.
But that's
Hurts
what if he
to
says
hold
that
them
that's
in.
not ladylike though?
But it hurts to hold them in. Why
then
should
I
our
would be
tummies hurt?
pissed. If that was a thing that like.
Or what if he said, "I can't desire you sexually if you do that"?
I
then
would not be
don't.
with him.
Yeah, I wouldn't be with him.
I have sent my boyfriend
Absolutely
pictures
not.
of my poop. If you don't laugh at them, and honestly, they're impressive. So if you can't get with it, I will not be with you. Absolutely not.
Yeah, no. Like,
So
Poop pants.
Yeah, poop pant till I die.
so then what if he said, "All right, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna forfeit oral sex now, because there's no way,
I wouldn't
Oral
be like,
sex.
I'm
I
not
don't have to
forfeiting
give it
shit.
anymore.
and you don't receive it either."
I don't like it. So it's okay.
I mean,
That would be
if
weird.
it would
because
just
it's like,
be
why
not
don't
the right
you
person. So
appreciate me.
Because guys are very visual.
Yeah.
And
well,
once,
I'll tell you, it has not made the bedroom dead at all. If anything, it enhanced it. Like, you should try
yeah, you
it.
should be comfortable. Like,
Yeah.
you should feel, why should I be shamed for having a bodily function that I literally can't help?
because it's
Especially an
not sexy.
impressive one.
But it's not supposed
it's
to be
impressive.
sexy. It's not meant to be sexy.
What are
I'm
you
just
saying? What do you
being a
mean
literal
impressive?
human.
They're impressive. Would you say mine are impressive?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
guys
like
are
you'd
weird.
pay
Her
to see
poops
them.
are impressive. Like when you take
I'd
it
be like,
that
man,
nice
keep that to
shit.
yourself.
I mean, we don't have to stay on that topic, but
Yeah, I wouldn't, like, if I can't be fully comfortable and I have to hold my farts in, it's not going to work because I
No.
fart all the time.
people poop when they
might
have
see a doctor.
children. Like, not on
I should
purpose,
see a
but like it
doctor.
comes out at the same time.
I got
so
some
like,
Toms.
Doesn't work. But yeah, like,
Okay, so do you care that? So does how much value does your mate, or boyfriend, or husband find you attractive and desirable?
I would prefer that, yeah.
Okay, so that's my point.
So,
is
like, here's a weird example. My boyfriend has a way less active asshole than I do. And I've never seen the man shit, never heard him fart. I've never heard him fart in the 2 years we've been dating. And I think that that's fucking weird.
and he shuts the door all the time.
And he shuts the door when he's shitting, which that's fine. I don't care. But like the fact that I'm like, why haven't you farted in front of me? Like, you must not feel comfortable around me.
Yeah.
Like, what?
The
what
first
is
fart's
this?
a big deal in a
yeah,
relationship.
yeah. I feel like that's such
So-
a pivotal moment.
And he just like doesn't need to, I guess. So that, but like, I'm like offended by it. You know, I'm like, well, what? Why are you hiding this from me? Like, if you can't do this in front of me, how am I supposed to be able to feel comfortable in front of you? You know, like, we live together. I fart.
He's
you know?
probably like, shut the door.
But like, he doesn't care.
No.
He could give a fuck less if I'm farting. But you know, I took a personal offense that he wasn't farting in front of me because I'm like, well,
I would too.
I'd be farting, so I'm gonna need you to start farting because I want to feel more comfortable.
Once you open that door, though, sometimes they do it too much. So
Interesting.
Just be careful what you wish for.
So like, you would do it during sex too?
No.
Absolutely not.
Awful.
So why would you turn it off and on?
You can't turn it off and on, but
You
when you're
can.
having sex, normally your body just doesn't fart because it's like a protective.
Sometimes I'm worried it's going to happen.
Sometimes I worried it's gonna happen too, and it has happened before.
And here's why you worry it's going to happen, because you know it's not desirable.
Well, that would be, it would just be like
ruin
embarrassing
the
and
moment
awkward.
a little bit.
Yes.
So-
It
I've
ruins
had
the moment.
embarrassing and awkward moments before. Like,
But if you can't
And
have,
it-
if you
we
can't be
got past
comfortable with
it.
your woman and
Yeah.
have an
You can get
embarrassing
over it.
sexual encounter, like, then you shouldn't be having sex with her. Because if you can't, have your woman queef in front of you or fart, then what the fuck are you doing? You got to make her feel comfortable in that moment, because we can't control what happens in our bodies.
Sometimes, yeah.
Like, not all the
You
time.
can control a fart.
Not all the
Not
time.
always,
Not
no.
all the time. And a queef,
So it-
absolutely not.
if
So
you have full control, how old are you? 47? I can't believe you have that much control.
yeah,
You're
you just give
very
it a couple
lucky.
years and you're going to be
Give it a
farting
couple years.
while you're having sex
Don't
all the
trust a fart
time.
at all.
You
No.
might slip a little shit out your ass while you're having sex. And
This is
Haven't you ever?
I know.
Okay,
I was like, this has gone like a
Can,
weird.
can I ask this
weird
question?
subject.
It's really, I don't
Ask it.
like. Okay, have you guys ever done anal?
Yeah.
No.
I've never taken
Yeah.
anal.
Okay.
You've never given
No.
anal?
No,
never
I was
taken
it.
when I,
You've
yeah,
never
I was
wanted
given,
to take
I've
it.
never taken
Okay.
it. I've
Okay,
given
so
it.
that's
Dangerous
where you differ.
territory.
So there's men
Yeah, I
that
can-
like
can
literally
understand that
want
at
to
that
do
point.
anal so bad that they don't care that they might get.
Shit on.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm saying if that's not your experience, then no wonder that's your. You're a little
But
bit
that
more
just means
conservative
that-
in that
I forgot
respect.
about
Yeah,
that.
that's
Yeah.
totally cool. Yeah.
I just
It's a
there's a
comfortability
lot.
thing. But if you're
my thing is this. Here's my whole thing is that all right. At the end of the day, I want to desire my woman at any time. One woman is my desire,
Right.
And I want to be able to look at her and have an erotic desire at all times. Okay, so that would dilute it. It would
that
not.
seems like really weird for a priest to
I'm not a
want to
priest.
have
I'm not a priest.
or
He's a
pastor
There's
to
a
have
big
an
difference.
erotic desire all the time for your wife. Like, can't you
What?
just? You said
Yeah,
you
I
wanted
wa-
to have an erotic desire for
I
her
want to
all
find
the
my
time.
wife desirable at all times. Yes, there's nothing wrong with that.
But why is she not desirable? Because she has gas.
Because here's
Like
why.
maybe she just ate a burrito
Because
and she's.
stinking is
serious.
not sexy. You can't be stinking and sexy. They don't go together.
I don't know.
I mean, but
Stink
you can
and
just.
sexy do not go together at all.
I don't know. I'll fart right now.
But you don't necessarily have to have sex with them while they're farting, you know?
I think
and
you're
that's the
missing-
whole thing about like.
Naturally, you don't want.
But what he's not saying when you're having sex. I think what he's saying like if they're like out in public
But
doing
all
whatever, just
women
farting.
fart.
Some
But so-
people
so
are
everybody
more
farts.
grossed
Do you
out by
burp
that.
too?
Everybody, yeah,
Yeah.
you heard me burp a couple times.
So would you do like that? That's just like, oh man.
You don't like that, like when like it's not even
Oh,
like
no.
when they're doing sex, but like when it's out when a woman is out. So you're out with your woman and they're in public and they're burping and farting and not acting ladylike. That makes you look at them and
Differently.
see if you like differently, like less desirable and less attractive.
Are you asking me personally?
Yeah.
I like ladies. I
Yeah.
love
What
ladies.
about like
so, but like
you
so
live
burping
with
and
this
farting
woman?
in public isn't
It's
ladylike.
okay,
That-
but
that-
you
that-
live with this woman. Let's say you're at home, you're watching a movie, you're
go
eating
to the
popcorn.
extreme.
She's
Hold
farting. She's got gas.
That's
She
not
had a bean
extreme.
burrito.
I'd be like, why don't you bring your ass to the bathroom? Shit.
so
That's what I would say.
So,
Like
Why would
maybe
you-
in
Okay,
public.
you guys are
Just a
trying.
fart.
Because I want to smell this funk.
Yes, it's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Humans are gonna do that.
Humans are gross.
I think that
Bodies.
we're taking it into like where it's like, oh yeah, she just farts, and it's like, no, that's disgusting, and that's nasty. That's nasty stuff, and it's like you, I'm the wrong guy to ask that question, but
I'll be blunt. I don't think it's sexy.
It's not sexy.
You'll be
It
like,
doesn't
and
have
they-
to
they
be
know it's-
sexy.
Some
know,
guys.
It's not
do.
meant to be sexy.
I was gonna
I'm
say
not.
some guys do.
So like, I'm not
No guy
farting
thinks
so that you
farting
think
is
I'm
sexy.
sexy.
Oh, that's
Like
not-
I'm just farting because I'm a human
no.
being.
You ask him, can
And
you?
I don't expect my boyfriend to think I'm sexy in that moment, but I know he's going to think I'm sexy 3 minutes later because my ass is fat and I look good. It has nothing to do with the fact that I just
Well,
shat.
maybe if that smell disappears,
Well,
you
yeah,
will.
it's
Well,
gonna
you know,
linger
you
forever.
take a shower, you know,
Oh, okay,
like take a
okay.
shower before you have sex, whatever.
I'm just checking.
But
You might get freaky.
you know, if you
The
rule out
possibility
the
that-
women that fart, you're gonna have nothing left.
I think you're
He's not saying that though.
so it's like people
So
that
you
use the
can't
bathroom.
fart.
So what? Hold on.
front
I
of
think.
you.
Yeah, I
Correct
know.
me if I'm wrong. It's not necessarily the farting, but it's not ladylike.
It's not ladylike. Conduct yourself like a lady. I'll conduct myself like a man. I'm not going to turn it off. I'm not going to, like, that's the liberty with being a woman. Women can turn switches off and on to whatever leisure they have. They can just say, you know what, today I'm going to just do crazy stuff, and then tonight I'm just going to be a lady. Men can't do that. Men can't go say, I'm going to wear some bra and panties and some heels, and then tonight I'm going to be 50 Cent.
Bruce Jenner did it. Caitlyn Jenner did it for a long time.
Okay.
What is he right
Outside-
now? Isn't he
yeah.
someone else now?
But men can't normally do that. Men can't turn.
Okay, wait.
switch on.
So to you, is your wife? She's sexy to you all the time.
That's the desire.
She
So,
doesn't fart in
I'm
front of you.
I'm an understanding guy. I like you can excuse, but here's the thing:
Like,
I wouldn't be
so-
married to a woman that doesn't want me to desire her and see her like.
Well, for sure, definitely.
So the fact that she doesn't care how I see her, she wouldn't be my wife. So it's an oxymoron.
But
But why should I expect you to see me differently because I fart in front of you? Or, you know, like, I would expect my boyfriend to give me the same energy after I fart in front of him as
That's
I expect.
disgusting, though. It stinks, though.
It does. It
My
pisses
farts
me
actually
off
don't
sometimes.
stink. And
Yeah,
so-
no, it
so-
makes
so-
me
so-
mad.
Yeah.
So here's the thing.
Get into it.
Here's the
Yeah.
thing. Just knowing, like, if you're very oral, fascinated with your partner, knowing that, and everybody's different. So, like, when I think of that and like, ooh, I'm restricting my sex life now because of and that's what we're saying.
But that's your choice to be thinking of that in that moment.
Well, you can't help that
I
it
think
affects
you
you
guys
that
are-
way. I mean,
So you're saying
that's
you're
like a
missing-
preference. That's just a preference.
you're saying
Nobody
that-
wants stinking by their face.
Well, yeah,
okay?
you
I
wash
will
that
tell
shit.
you
Don't
that,
don't
but
put it
because I
stinking
get
in your
mad
face.
sometimes, or yeah.
Why do you get mad?
It's like a
That's rude to do that. Like,
Well, because
just make
sometimes,
a
like,
stinky. Like, you can't do that. That's rude. But
Some
like,
of them linger.
But so
It's bad.
all farts stink.
not all of them.
No.
Sometimes
no,
they don't.
I feel like
Some
mine
are
does
worse than
stink.
others. Like I'll
They
tell
all
you.
stink. There's no fart that, oh man, that smelled good. I want to wear that on my clothes. Nobody says that.
There's
Come
none
on
that
now.
smell
peaches.
good, but there's some you just don't smell.
There's some you want
Or some that go
more.
away right away, but some linger forever, and those are the ones you get pissed off about.
Yeah,
But like
those
you're
are
so
You guys are
pissed,
missing the
you're
majority.
pissed off and you're
It
laughing.
stinks.
How it's funny.
Stinking and sexy don't. That's my whole point.
Right, so you're not gonna fuck in that moment, but you're both gonna laugh and you're gonna be kind of annoyed
No.
because they fucking smell. But you
It's a
still love 'em.
vulnerability thing.
No.
Yeah,
It's
you
all
still
about
love 'em.
vulnerability.
Yeah,
No,
if you can't
but-
love me at my poop pant, then you don't
Yeah.
deserve me at my.
Right.
Oh God.
I don't know.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That saying is that saying. If you don't love me with my
No.
verse, you don't.
Okay,
worse,
so
you don't
what-
love me
what-
at my best.
so-
That's
so-
just
so-
so.
I said at my
what,
poop
what,
pant.
what if,
that's
what if
way
he
different.
pees in
I
the
know,
bed?
I just
He
saying.
pees
I've
in-
had that happen.
I wouldn't date.
I've had
if,
that
if he was a
happen.
chronic
Really
bed peer.
drunk.
Wait, what happened?
But like,
What'd
if you
say?
pee in the
They
bed
pee in the bed.
once, who cares? But if you're constantly peeing in the bed, then
What
Then
if it's
some-
when he drinks? Whenever he gets really drunk,
I
he always
had-
wets the bed.
Yeah.
I had
That's a thing.
an ex like that, yeah.
Well,
And
if
it sucked.
he's
And
like-
every time he'd be like, "What? I'm pretty sure that's sweat." And I'm like, no, dude.
Smell it.
No, it was because there was so much. It didn't really have much of a smell because it was like the entire bed.
Wow.
And obviously, I
Golden
was
bath.
irritated. But like, what am I gonna do? Like,
okay, but that
never have sex with
directly
them again?
affects you. You know,
And it
like
was
you have to
yucky,
buy
yeah.
a new mattress. Like you gotta, lay,
No,
I
he
gotta
didn't
lay
buy
in
a
that
new
bed.
mattress.
That was the
You know, that's
problem.
totally different.
No, it's not. It's something that turns you off.
It's not a turnoff though. It's like,
That's not a
You
turn
just,
off.
you just said you'd have to get a new mattress and stuff. If it wasn't, you'd be like, "Yeah,
well,
man,
I'm
come
not
on, let's
shitting
roll
in
around."
the bed though.
Yeah.
You know, it's totally different. You're just.
I think what the boys are trying to say, if
Yeah,
his woman is doing something that's a turnoff, and he tells them not to do that,
That
they should
turns me
should
off.
respect that.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
disgusting because anything that stinks does not go by my face or in my mouth. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
It's like that's
Yeah.
not that.
But then, if that is your preference, you shouldn't expect her to leave the room when she's got a fart. Like she should be able to say, "Hey, I'm gonna fart. Why don't you get your
No.
ass up out of here?"
No, but that's still not ladylike. It's like it's like elegance is something that we
I
don't
grew up
teach
in
anymore.
I grew up in a
That's true.
very, very strict household where
manners,
my
like
mom
etiquette.
beat
Elegance.
that shit into my brain. Like, this is ladylike, this is acceptable, and I feel
I
like
didn't
that's
learn any
what's
of
made
that.
me absolutely hate all these societal norms because we're just conforming to fit in this box that everybody has for us when I'm just a human being on the fucking rock that's floating in space. Why should somebody else get to tell me when I can fart, who I should be with, what I should look like? Like, why? why?
No. Some guys gonna love and cherish that. But
No,
the
yeah, for
thing
sure.
is that
Exactly.
that
And that's all personal preference, you
You know
know?
what you sound like to me? You're the way you are.
Yeah,
'cause
you're
you just
as
want to
is.
be a rebellious.
Yeah,
like
the
you're like
very
I'm just
defiant.
rebelling because that's how I was raised.
I'm
so that's
farting 'cause
my
I'm rebelling.
that's my excuse
Fuck
for
you,
being
Mom.
like that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show them the rest of my
Can I
life.
be honest, you
know,
you seem like you're just defiant for whatever happened to your childhood.
Yep.
You're just very like, oh, you.
Her mom didn't let her fart.
There's
I'm not trying to down you. That's just
And
what
me
I
and
see.
him come from a culture where elegance is praised, and that's desirable.
But I think I'm also an extremely elegant
You can't be. No, you can't be.
You can't.
Come on, you know that's why you like. You know that's.
Yeah.
And you
can
guys are
have
very
manners
honest.
I
compared to
have
me.
extremely good manners.
Compared
and
to me.
That's not good manners.
she-
Farting and burping.
I
But she
wouldn't-
wasn't
I
always
don't
like
fart
that.
and burp though in front, like at the dinner table.
You
or
fart at
something.
You wouldn't
at this
in front of
table?
your
You do it on a
mom.
podcast in front of thousands.
I
of
didn't
people.
yet.
So I'm
I
sure if I was
haven't.
eating a burger, you'd still fart.
Sure.
Yeah,
If I
so
had
that's
to,
not
but
dinner
you-
table.
Not
But
when
you wouldn't
somebody's
know.
eating. That's like the universal rule. When somebody's eating, please don't do that.
But then, see,
That's
now
bad.
it's like we can't.
People
have
be
a switch
farting
for
all day, all around us, and you don't know the difference.
That's
I know.
elegant. That's very elegant for a woman to do it. And like, okay, we don't want to, like, for a woman to say, "Oh, I'm gonna blow it up." It's like that's not that. For a woman doing that, that's not elegant at all. That it's
No.
like elegance is something that I desire and praise, and it puts yourself in a different class.
Cleanliness is
Yeah.
next to godliness.
Yeah, here you go preaching now. You're gonna be a pastor. No. No. So that's
do it.
all we're saying. Like, women can do whatever they want, but at the end of the day, there is a certain guy that's not going to adhere to certain things, or marry, or can have as a companion that does these things. And so women know what they want. Men are saying what they want, but we're having a conflict and we're not believing each other.
I'm saying,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm saying, like, if that's like the biggest gripe you have with a girl though, and everything else is perfect, you're not gonna leave for that, because I've been with people who were like, ew, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
And by the end of the relationship, I could send them pics and they could appreciate it. And I mean, it's just like, obviously that's really effing weird, but I promise you, like, I don't know.
What do you say?
It's another
Appreciate it?
level of comfort.
Yeah, it's another level of
I've
comfort.
never been
Tearing down
not
a little
loved
wall.
for
Yeah.
the weird, gross creature that I am.
Yeah.
And if I don't get that, I have like a stranger danger. It's very weird. Maybe there's some deeper psychological issues around it.
I associate like that stuff, farting, feces, that stinks. And
It
I
does.
come from a culture where nothing on a woman is supposed to stink ever. And that's just something that's desirable. I don't think anything on a woman should stink.
What about
at
a
all.
vagina has like an odor or something?
That's
That's
It depends-
exactly why.
It depends what type of odor,
That's
obviously,
exactly
because
why.
that can indicate
Yeah.
an infection.
Because
for
if
sure.
that stinks, everything. I think if
well,
one
yeah, if that's
That's a
yucky,
turn
then no,
Same way with-
you need to go to the doctor.
No. So you guys would say, "Oh, he better accept that too."
No,
then?
no.
That's not.
No, please tell the
You
woman
should have,
because they should.
your
be-
asshole should smell good. Your vagina
It should be
smell
clean.
good too. It should be clean.
So how-
But
so-
that has
oh my
nothing to
God.
do with farting.
Okay,
that's,
do you?
does.
That's
how do
presenting
you wipe
yourself.
after you do a number two? Do you just use
do you
toilet
crumble
paper?
or do you fold?
No. Do you use just
Do you
toilet
front wipe
paper?
to back or front to back?
No, I use a wet wipes. And
Okay,
I use.
never mind.
Bidet? Would you use a bidet?
I use a
Absolutely,
bidet.
if they
I
were
love a bidet.
around, but they're
But
kind of a selfie.
I'm a clean.
Okay, I was
God.
gonna say.
So just because you
Do-
fart though doesn't mean you're unclean.
I'm not saying you don't
It
look.
means you're going. There's that. See.
But you should shower before. I shower before I have
Here's
sex
the thing.
all the time. Just
Here's the
'cause
thing.
It makes me feel great.
I shower every
The
time I have
most
a bowel
problem
movement.
about it is not just the act. It's human. We get that as guys.
Yeah.
We get that. But the fact that a woman is announcing that, it's not elegant.
Well, I don't announce it. They announce themselves.
See, but it's like discretion and it's just.
I mean, I
weird.
guess it's just a boundary. It depends on who you are. Like, obviously, you would have a problem with that, and if some woman that you were seeing like went against that, that would be really
That'd be
strange
that would
of
be
them.
problematic.
That
for
would
you.
be
no
really,
woman
really
has done
strange.
because I like that's like I praise femininity and elegance in class. I praise it. I'm the
My
most
boobs are so
complimentary.
elegant.
I mean, I bake bread. I pick flowers. I
Farting the
do
whole
a
time.
lot of these feminine things. I would say I'm an extremely feminine
She's girly.
person, but I'm also like extremely masculine at the same time. But it just because you're one way doesn't mean that you don't have all these very feminine qualities. Like,
I think it's when, like, you wouldn't say it's feminine to like eat food or drink water or anything else that like is a bodily function that you absolutely have to do. Like,
See-
farting isn't a boy or a girl thing.
But
everybody
men.
says that.
human
That's a
thing.
human thing. That's a human rights issue.
No, but
You're infringing on my human rights.